Now come to the next topic, journal. The next topic, your next topic is journal. This is the next chapter, journal. Is it clear? This is called journal. Books of original entry. Books of original entry. The topic is books of original entry. Books of original entries. This is our next topic, journal, that is books of original entry. Books of original entry. Okay, we know that, and we already discussed that first the transactions, to record the transactions, what we need? We need source document. Source document. We need source documents. To record the transaction, we need source document. This is the first one. After getting the source document, we need vouchers. We prepare vouchers. We have discussed earlier what is voucher. After getting these two, one source document and drafting the voucher by ourselves, then what we do? We record the transaction first in the West book. West book. This is also known as memorandum book. Memorandum book. This is also known as memorandum book. Is it clear? This is also known as memorandum book. Thereafter, because the transactions are more, and to recall all this transaction or keep it in our memory, it is quite difficult. So first of all, we record the transaction in the West book or memorandum West book. Thereafter, we record the transaction in journal. In journal. Journal is called books of original entry. Books of, this is called books of original entry. We record the transaction in journal, which is called books of original entry. But if the transactions are more, then we follow the another path to record the transaction. We follow the another path. We record in journal when the transactions are limited. Number of transactions are less. Then we record the transaction through the journal, because easy to maintain by one or two accountant. But if the transactions are more in business, then we have to opt the another path, is called subsidiary books, subsidiaries book, subsidiary books, and journal proper. Journal proper. If the transactions are less, number of transactions are few in numbers, then this can be, transactions can be recorded in the journal. But if the transaction of a business are much more, then instead of journal, we follow the another path of recording the transactions, that is subsidiary books and journal. Under this book, we maintain the various types of accounts. Under this books, we maintain the various accounts. Okay. For instance, number one, purchase account, purchase book. Second one, sales book. Number three, purchase return. Number four, sales return. Number five, cash book. Number six, bills receivable book. Number seven, bills payable book. Bills payable book. And the transaction which do not get place in any of these subsidiary books, these are the subsidiary books. These are what? Subsidiary books. Purchase book, sales book, purchase return book, sales return book, cash book, bills receivable, bills payable. The transactions which do not get place in any of these subsidiary books are recorded separately in the form of journal. Recorded separately in the form of journal. So first we need source document. To record the transaction, we need source document, and on the basis of source document we prepare the voucher by ourselves. When the two documents are with us, source document and vouchers, then we record. First entry we do it in the West book or memorandum book for our memory. It is not necessary to prepare, but for our memory we record it in the West book first, so that all this transaction we can't keep in our memory, we may forget it. So we record those transactions first, or noted down those transactions in the West book day wise. Okay, and thereafter from the West book we record the transaction first in the journal. This is also called books of original entry. Journal is also called books of original entry. Journal is also called books of original entry. If the number of transactions are limited or less, and one or two person can operate these transactions, then we follow the journal entries. It is journal entries. We record it through the journal entries. Or if the transactions are more in business, voluminous, more transactions are there in business, and it is difficult to record those transactions by 1 or 2%, we have to divide the works between the various accountant. Then we follow the another path of recording the transaction, that is subsidiary books and journal proper. This is the another path. So subsidiary books and journal proper. Subsidiary books and journal proper. Subsidiary books, under these books, purchase book, sales book, purchase return book, sales return book, cash book, bills receivable book, bills payable book. One maybe you added petty cash book, which are the part of cash book, part of this book, petty cash book. So 8 books. So the transaction which do not place in any of these books, now that transaction will be recorded in the journal proper separately. Is it clear? So we record the transaction through this way. Thereafter, what we do, we know it. The next step, so first one, journal. If the transactions are limited and if the transactions are more, then another way we have to record the transaction, subsidiary books and journal proper. Thereafter, journal we prepare ledger. It's a principal book. Ledger is principal book. It is called principal book. It is called principal book. And journal is called principal of books of original entry. Then ledger will be prepared. We classify the transactions over here. After ledger, you know the process. We prepare trial balance to check the arithmetical accuracy. We prepare the trial balance. Why it is prepared? To check the arithmetical accuracy, and which also provide for preparing financial statement. So after that trial balance, what we do? We prepare financial statement. We prepare financial statement. So here I am going to rub it and write it in short. So here journal entries, if the transactions are limited, if transactions are more, then subsidiary books and journal proper. Okay, journal proper. Now I club it over here. So if the transactions are less, then journal entries, and if transactions are more, then subsidiary books and journal proper. Subsidiary books: purchase book, sales book, purchase return book, sales return book, bills receivable book, bills payable book, cash book, petty cash book. And the those transactions which do not get in place in any of the subsidiary books will be recorded separately in the form of journal, just as a journal. After trial balance, what we do? After trial balance, we prepare income statement. Income statement. Income statement. Here what we do? Under the income statement, we prepare profit, trading and profit and loss account, trading and profit and loss account, under the income statement we prepare. Under this statement we prepare trading and profit and loss account to know the profit or loss of the business, how much profit the business has earned or how much loss the business has suffered. Next is we prepare balance sheet. Balance sheet, where we reflect all the assets and liability of the business, all the assets. This is also called positional statement. Positional statement. Balance sheet is also called positional statement. So we prepare balance sheet, which is also known as positional statement. So this is the way. Source document first, thereafter we prepare the voucher by ourselves, then we record the transactions first for our memory, to keep it in our memory. We record those transactions. If the number of transactions are more in business, so every transaction cannot be keep in our memory easily. So what we do, we convert it into writing, and that we convert it into the West Book record. West Book record. Okay, so West Book or memorandum book. It's a for memory, memorandum book. It is not necessary to prepare West Book, but if it requires, or if the accountant feel that instead of keeping all these things in the memory and maybe I have forgotten some of the items, then better to record the transaction in the West Book. Thereafter journal entries. If the transactions are limited, then journal. If the transactions are more, then subsidiary books and journal proper. Thereafter we prepare ledger. Ledger is a principal books of entry, principal book. Thereafter trial balance to check the arithmetical accuracy, and it provides the best for preparing the income statement and positional statement. So here income statement we prepare the trading and profit and loss account, and positional statement we will prepare the balance sheet. Is it clear? Now see the format of a journal. First come to the journal. Subsidiary books we will discuss in the next chapter. The substitute books will be discussed by me in the next chapter. First here we will discuss journal. Okay. So format of journal. You write the name of the form first in which you are going to do the entry, name of the form. So we will write in the books of, in the books of, in the books of. Write the name of the firm over here. Suppose the firm name is X and Company. So write the X and Company Limited. X and Company Limited. Write the name of that company. Or if it is a sole proprietor, then write the name of the sole proprietor's firm. Or if it is a partnership firm, then write the name of the partnership firm. Okay. So write the name of the business in which you are going to record the transactions. Thereafter, you write the journal entry, journal entries, journal entries, because so many transactions will be recorded, then it's the journal entries. Keep it in mind, this must be in the center. Journal entry, journal entries. The format will be format is very simple. Format. Okay. This is for date. You have to write the date over here. Date. This space is for particular. Particular. This is space for ledger folio. And this space I am going to divide into two. This is space. One is for debit, another is for credit. So the format is this: date, particulars, all the detailed information we will write it in this space, whose account will be debited and whose account will be credited and by how much amount. Whose account will be debited and whose account will be credited and by what amount, how much amount. This is for ledger folio, LF. Full form of LF is, full form is ledger folio, ledger folio. Is it clear? Ledger folio, ledger folio. Okay. LF short is ledger folio. This is for the amount. We will write it in rupees. Okay. This is for debit, this side, and this side is for credit amount. So finally the format is this. This is for the date. We will write the date in sequence, chronological order. We will write the date in chronological order, in sequence. Okay. Thereafter, date of transactions. Here we write the detail about the transaction, whose name will be debited and whose name will be credited. The person or the account whose name is debited, we write the amount in the debit column, and whose name is credited, their amount will write in the credit column. Credit column. And thereafter we write the narration, simple narrations. Okay. So that the transaction will be more clear. Without reading the West book, you can know about the transactions. Why this account is debited and why this account is credited. If you want to know, you read the narrations given after the journal within the bracket, and thereafter this will be closed. After every transaction, this space will be closed. Only this space will be closed. So the date, particular, ledger folio. What is ledger folio? Full form is this. Ledger folio is the page number of the ledger where this transaction is posted. where this transaction is posted. Suppose this transaction, one of the transaction over here is posted in ledger page number 56. So we'll write the ledger 56 so that we can match it, that the transaction which are recorded over here, is that transaction posted over there or not. We can verify it. So it's a verifications and useful at the time of audit and useful at the time of preparing trial balance. If anything is missed, suppose transaction recorded over here but it is not posted to the ledger, so definitely the ledger folio will be blanked over here, or we have written the wrong folio number, then also that can be identified. So ledger folio number means it's a ledger where it is recorded this transaction is posted in which ledger and in which page, in which ledger and in which page. So accordingly we can verify it. Directly we'll turn the page and see, suppose it is page number 56, then we'll directly turn to the page number 56 and then we see that this transaction is posted to that ledger or not. We can verify it. Okay, because it's a very scientific, accounting is too scientific. So format is clear. In the books of the, we have to write the name of the business over here where we are going to record the transactions. Okay, thereafter journal entries, then date, particular, LF, amount. For amount there will be 2 columns. If the amount is the account whose account is debited over here, will write in the debit column, and the account whose will credited will write in the credit column. Okay, in the date, first of all you start with the year. Suppose it is year is 2020, so write the 2020. Thereafter you write the month first. Suppose it's a month of August, so write the August. Thereafter you write the date. Suppose it is 27, then you write 27. So first what we write the year. Thereafter we start with the month. Thereafter in this month which date, we write the date, and the transactions are recorded here in chronological order, in sequence of date. After 27 August we will write 28 transaction of 28th August. Thereafter transaction of 29th August, 30th August, 31st, 1st September, 2nd September, and so on. We never record the transaction 27. Thereafter we never recorded the transaction of 24th August. Okay, it must be very systematically in chronological order. Okay, in chronological order. Now we'll discuss the journal now. Thereafter we have to discuss how to record the transaction in the books of, in the journal entry, how to record the transaction through journal. Okay, so we'll discuss it. Now we'll try to understand how to record the transaction through journal. Suppose we are going to record the transaction in the books of a sole proprietor whose name is Ram. Okay, or you can say the Ram and Brothers, okay, XY Limited, whatever the name. So we will write the name of the business first. Suppose here the proprietor is Ram and Brother. Okay, it may be Ram and Brother, it may be in the books of Syam. Suppose it's a sole proprietorship business, books of Syam. Okay, now come to Syam. If it is the books, we are going to record the transaction in the books of Syam. So if the transaction is, suppose on 2020 April 1st, Syam started business with cash rupees 1 lakh. On 1st April 2020, 1st April 1st 2020, the transaction is Shyam started business, or Shyam has started business with cash rupees 1 lakh. This is the transactions, and this transaction is, this is the information in the where West book. We get this information in the from the West book. West book is also known as which book? Memorandum book. So if in the memorandum book on April 1st this information has given, we have written this information, this transaction, that on this date Shyam started business with cash rupees 1 lakh. So what we do here in 2020, we write the date first, April 1. April 1. Okay, April 1. Now in this transaction we try to find out the whose account is involved, which account is involved over here. Here he started business with cash, so in the business cash has come, cash is involved, and the Shyam started business, it means he has given the capital. Capital, you can say capital. When the Shyam started business with cash, it means Shyam has given the capital to the business. Capital. So instead of using the Shyam name, we will use the word capital over here. Capital. It comes under which account? Personal, real or nominal? It comes under personal account. It comes under personal account. Okay? Under personal account, it's a natural person. Shyam comes under natural. So two account is involved. Two account is involved. One account is cash account. Another account, this account is involved in this transaction. Another is capital account. Capital account. One is cash account. Another is capital. Two account is involved. In this transaction, we will find it out which account is involved in this transaction from the business point of view. Always from the business point of view. Whenever we try to understand which account is involved, always we will see the transaction from the business point of view, not the viewpoint of the employee, not the viewpoint of the customers, not the viewpoint of the supplier or government. Always we see that transaction from the business point of view. Okay, so from business point of view, when I see this transaction, Shyam started business, it means Shyam has given capital. So one account is capital account. What he has given? He has given cash. So cash account is over here. So two account is over here in this transaction. Now we will find out this cash account comes under personal account, real account or nominal account. Cash is an assets. Cash is an assets. Assets comes under which account? Cash is assets. You know it. And all assets comes under which account? Real account. And we know the rules of real account. Real account rules is debit the receiver. Real account rules is what? What comes in is debit. What comes in is debit. What comes in is debited. And what goes out is credit. What goes out is credited. Yes? You know this? The rules of real account. What means assets? If assets comes in the business, then debit. If assets goes out from the business, then credit. So when the Ram started business with cash, so cash comes in the business or cash goes out from the business? Cash comes in the business because Shyam has given capital to the cash to the business as a capital. So this one will be applied. What comes in? Assets means cash comes in the business. So in the real account it comes in. When it comes in, then it is debit. We know the rules of real account. If assets comes in, then it is debited. If assets goes out, then credited. Now you see the next rules. Next, capital account. Capital account comes under which? It's a personal account. It's a personal account. It's a liability, but it's a personal account. And rules of personal account: debit the receiver, debit the receiver. Rules of personal account: debit the receiver and credit the giver. You know the rules? You remember these rules: debit the receiver and credit the giver. So capital represent to capital means Syam indicate the Syam. Syam has started business. So Syam is the receiver of the amount, or he is the giver of that amount. Syam is giver of that amount to the business. Syam is giving the amount to the business. Syam has given that amount. So Syam is giver. Is giver. So when it is giver, so his account will be credited. Credited. So in short, I have written CR. So first of all, we identified the steps. You just try to understand. First of all, in the transactions, this is the transaction of a West book. We try to find out which account is involved in this transaction. We have find it out. The Syam account means started the business. It means it's a capital. And he has given cash. So capital and cash is involved. Now see the cash. Cash comes under, cash is assets. Assets means it comes under personal, real or nominal. All assets comes under the real account. Now we'll see the rules of real account. What is the rules of real account? What comes in is debit, what goes out is credit. If assets comes in the business, then debit. If assets goes out from the business, is credit. So here the assets, cash comes in the business, comes in, then debit, and then you see the capital. It's a personal account. Capital is comes under personal account. Which personal account? Natural. So, and you know the rules of personal account: debit the receiver and credit the giver. Here the Syam is the giver of that amount. He is not the receiver. He is the giver of that amount to the business. So he is giving that amount. So when he is the giver, he has given that amount. So giver account will be credited. So our through this we come to know that cash account will be debited and capital account will be credited. Now next, how to record these transactions. Now come to the journal. First of all, write the year and then month and date. Okay, I have written it. Then come to here. Cash account is debit. Then how? The cash. Thereafter you write in short account debit at the last. Debit we will write at the corner of this space, at the end of this space, debit. Now it is credited, capital is credited. The way we write the credit, we start with 2. 2 indicate the credit, and we'll give a margin. We'll take a margin over here, a space over here. We never start from here. We'll take one space. We'll give one space over here, and then start with the 2. Credit start with the 2. Then we'll write capital account. Credit is which account? Capital account. Capital account is credit. Yes, capital is credit, cash is debit. So this is the way we write this one. Now, thereafter, how much amount? 1 lakh. In the cash, in the straight line, you follow the straight line and write the debit 1 lakh cash, and capital is credit. So in the credit side, you write 1 lakh. And just parallel to this one. Just parallel to this one. Parallel to this one debit, parallel to this one credit. And then write narration, a brief explanations. Narration is what? It's a brief explanation about the transactions. We are going to explain the transaction so that anyone can, without seeing the Westbook record, they can understand through the narration, through the brief explanation why this account is debited and why this account is credited. Okay. So let's start with the business started with cash. We have written over here in short, and it should be very short. Business started with cash. The narration should be short, clear, and anyone can understand it. Have to write in short, should be very clear, and the other person can understand the meaning of it, to understand it, why this account is debit and why this account is credit. So when I have written the business started with cash, so obviously business started with cash, the capital will be given by the Shyam. I'm not going to write the Shyam has given the this much amount as capital. No, business started with cash. So this is the cash, and business started indicate your capital. And thereafter what we do, we block this line. Particular space will be blocked. Particular space will be blocked. And thereafter only particular space will be blocked. Okay, and thereafter we record the next transaction from here. Suppose in April, we are going to not going to write the same April, just dotted April. Suppose April 5, another transaction will record over here. We'll record the another transactions.